Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Now this is a slightly different one. Of course, as you know, I don't work for Stagecoach. I'm just a big, enthusiast, advocate and all of that for Stagecoach. However, most of you probably know who big man goat Evan Henton is. Well, today I'm going to be joining him on his entire duty. Now, I don't know, the legal background behind showing an actual duty running card. I know Fruge does it, but he has permission, so I'm not actually going to show the card, I'm just going to speak to you about it. So it is duty 442 today, and it is 66s, 94Xs and some Ns. So sign on time is 6:53. Of course I won't be meeting him at the depot, I'll just meet him at the start of his first service at 7:15. But yeah, sign on's at 6:53. Now I have left a bit early today. I left the house at 5:10. I'm going a long way to town. Might as well, got time. Woke up earlier than I was meant to. But yeah, this one, you sign on at 6:53 at the depot. And you're on 66s. So the first 66 is at 7:15 a.m. Then we do, so that's the school run. So it does the loop around Pagan Hill, Marling and Stroud High, that bit. Well, you might not. Then it's the 8:40 return. Then we do the 9:35 back to Stroud and the 10:30 return, getting in for about 11:22, have a break till about 12:15. Then we do the 20, I think it's 12, I can't remember off the top of my head, down to Gloucester as a 94, come back as a 94X, then do a 94 to Gloucester again, and the 94X back. So it's 2 round trips of the 66, break, 2 round trips of the 94X. I don't think it's a break after that. I think it's just a walk, but I could be wrong. And then it would be a case of picking up service N from North Street up to Noverton Park, all the way through to Park Campus, and then Park Campus to Town Centre, finishing at 5:04. So it is an 11-hour, 11-minute shift, and of course I will be with Evan Henton for the entirety of it. I'll leave him during the break. I've packed myself a big lunch today because obviously it's going to be a long time out, but he hasn't asked me to do this. I'm doing this completely on my own accord, but I thought let's make a video out of it. It's not a day in the life of a bus driver, it's just what you can expect doing if you ever worked at Stagecoach West Cheltenham Depot and had duty 442. So the bus I'm going to be getting from Cirencester to Cheltenham is the 0553. I have about 33 minutes to get to town, and it's about a 20-minute walk if you're a slow walker, but I am quite a fast walker. So I'll see you at Bingham House when I'm getting on my 0553 51 to Cheltenham, which is going to be the first ever time I get this service, because it doesn't go past my house at this time of day, because it begins in Ciren and I'm on the other half of the leg, whereas the Swindon bound one at this time, the 552, obviously comes past my house on its way to Swindon. So it's going to be a first for me. I am trying to tick off every single run of the 51, like I've been on every single trip, and I am very close. I've just got this one to do, and the 1935 from Cheltenham, and I think a few others. Anyway, I'll see you later on. I am on the bus now. It is YP14GZD 15974, a Scania N230UD ADL Enviro 400 in the Stagecoach local livery. 2 other passengers boarded, they're both sat downstairs I believe. And I did snap a few pictures while waiting. I popped round to Cirencester Forum to take a few pictures of SF62CWT and E200, which was working the 0552 for Swindon. He did come in about 4 minutes late. It's not the end of the world, we should be able to make that time back on our way up to Cheltenham. So we'll get a few clips out the window on our way to Cheltenham on YP14GZD 15974. passing YY15 OWP there, which will do 882s. Weird place to stop, but he's there. That was 37326. Obviously, I said this in the intro of the video, I have never rode this service before, the 0553. The first one I've ever got is the 0653, because that's the first one of the day towards Cheltenham that goes past my house. And honestly, leaving at 5:30 to go somewhere is pretty extortionate. However, we haven't stopped once. We were actually at 1.7 minutes late, because the timings between Bingham House and Roberts Close take 2 minutes, but it takes drivers at least 5 minutes, so we did get to about 9 minutes late, 9 minutes late. But we got to North Stony Bathurst Arms, the first timing point, about 2 minutes early, so we did sit there for a bit. And we are just on the leg where the tree cutting's taking place. Of course, I'm filming this in the 2-week period where the A435's closed during the day, so I'm filming this on Wednesday, 25th of June. You should be seeing it on Friday, 27th of June, which is the last day of the closure. And to be honest, I haven't seen any work, to be honest. Anyway, that wasn't my point. We haven't stopped once since picking up myself and the 2 other passengers at Bingham House, and I am the only person on the upper deck. So it is a fairly quiet run. I do suspect we'll pick some passengers up through Charlton Kings in towards Cheltenham. I don't presume this will be a non-stop service through to Cheltenham, but so far it's proved that way, and it's been a very lovely run. Oh, here's the tree cutting. This road, of course, will close in 3 hours' time, so this bus will be unaffected on both of these journeys up to Cheltenham and back, but it will be affected next time it gets up here. Yeah. Of course, the next trip it does through here will be the 10:17 from Cheltenham, from Bingham House, which is crazy considering the first one it did was at 5:57. GX58 GMG on driver training. This is Cheltenham Rotunda, and the first time we're stopping the entire journey. It's one person off and one person on. We are a couple of stops away, and it's 6:35, so we're running about 4 minutes early now. Very nice. As understood, you know, before I even got it, it is a very, very quiet run, that one. I did write down a few stats for the run, because that was actually why I got it. Well, why I wanted to get it today. We picked up 3 passengers, including myself, at Bingham House. And we did not stop once to pick up anyone or drop anyone off until Cheltenham Rotunda. We did stop at North Stony Bathurst Arms for about 2 minutes because we were early, and we also stopped at Charlton Kings Clock Tower and Cosburn Inn for about a minute each. Literally, we stopped, opened the doors, shut the doors, and we left. That was it. Rotunda, one person got on, surprisingly, as I said, and one person got off. Imperial Square, one person got off as well. And then at Cheltenham Promenade, myself and the Rotunda boarder both got off. So we had a max amount of passengers of 4 and a least amount of passengers of 2, and we made 4 stops the entire journey: Bingham House, Rotunda, Imperial Square and Promenade. A very, very nice run. So now I have about 35 minutes until the 66. So I'll see you with Evan in about 30 minutes time. I know, it was mental. Okay, we've moved to the front seat and we are basically back on time now after that traffic on the 8:40 through to Cheltenham.
not going that quick down there.
Oh, there's 47553. Okay, of course, that's the end. I did film a little bit from the N, I think. I can't remember now. A little bit from the N, which was 36393 VU11B TZ. It'll be on the screen in the clip. Anyway, that is the end of Evan's duty. He signs off at 17:04 at the depot, but 16:51 is when he finishes, but then he's got to get the bus up to the stop. Sorry, up to the depot, if you know what I mean. Either way, that's the end of the duty. 66 twice, so they're back, 94, 94X, 94, 94X, N, 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 and then done. So that's the end of the duty. If you want to see another video just like this, where I go with them for an entire duty again or a part duty, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, bye bye.